So guys, here we go, day one. Now please remember the things that the wee things that we're talking about here during this challenge are the things that are going to make the whole thing successful. For example, the apple cider vinegar, the sodium, and the lemon juice. To be quite honest, it's more the sodium, right? It's more the salt. Remember, Himalayan salt, rock salt, sea salt, not table salt. Completely different. What that does, it keeps you hydrated, it keeps the muscle hydrated. Most of the headaches that we get, or people get during, if they're doing fasting, is because of dehydration. Incidentally, the head you get during a hangover, the headache you get during a hangover is because of dehydration. So the best thing to do is to take some like Diorite the next day, or some sort of hydration system, or some sort of sodium, some sort of salt. And that's what's basically going to happen. Now also hunger, they stave off those hunger cramps. When people do fasting for the first time, sometimes if they don't do it right, if they just sort of, I'm just going to fast, they get to about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and they think they're absolutely ravenous, they think they're starving. Guys, as long as there's body fat in your body, and I'm sure there is, which is why you're here, then you're not hungry, you have fuel, because body fat is stored fuel. And the whole point of what I talked about with the beginners only doing the shorter fast and the more advanced people doing the longer fast is because of metabolic adaptation, right? Your body is just looking for carbs all the time, so you get these hunger cramps. It's not actual hunger, right? Because as soon as you start to flick that metabolic switch and the body starts to use fat for fuel, then you have energy in abundance. Like I'm working to go on holidays in 2 weeks, and I still have enough fat in my body to last me nearly a month if I had no food. That's literally the truth. So have a look at yourself and think, you know, how much body fat have I got? I am not fucking hungry because I have all this fuel sitting waiting to be used. But that hunger pang that you get off that sort of that fast, it's dehydration. Remember, the body's only got one signal to give me something, give me nutrients. I'm lacking in vitamins and minerals, I'm lacking in macronutrients and micronutrients. It'll release a hormone called ghrelin, which is like a hunger signal. It's not hunger, it's dehydration. So if you keep yourself well hydrated, there's no point in drinking too much water. This is what I want you to think about here. When we fast, we have no food. If we have no food, we have no stored glycogen. Well, you have some, but when you deplete that, the body's lacking in glycogen. Glycogen is basically what carbohydrates is stored at, as in the muscle. But 1 gram of glycogen will hold potentially 3 to 4 grams of fluid. So that fluid that's been kept in the muscle along with the glycogen is what's keeping you hydrated during the day. So if we're not eating food, then there's less glycogen storage in the muscle, therefore there's less fluid being retained in the muscle, therefore there's more dehydration. Now if you then think, oh, I'm very thirsty, and you start drinking gallons of water, you're just flushing that system out even more, because the more water you drink, the less water your body holds, which is why we should be drinking a lot of fluid to avoid things like fluid retention. But that's only if the body can stay hydrated. Hydrated does not necessarily mean water, it means sodium, potassium, magnesium, all that kind of stuff. So for example, Himalayan salt has got 82 minerals. I think sea moss incidentally has got something like 102 or something like that. But anyway, you've got to keep your body hydrated, so the sodium will do that. The apple cider vinegar just helps to get rid of sort of gunk in the stomach, you know, reset stomach acids, just so that when the digestive process happens and we start eating food then, which is more condensed, we start to process that a lot better. All right, so those wee things are going to really make the difference here. Whether this is enjoyable and really successful and you look forward to doing it again and you get good results of it, then it's been really a pain in the fucking ass and very, very miserable, and all you do is obsess with fucking food the whole time you're fasting, which I don't want you to do. I want you to really enjoy it. So make sure you do that. Remember, if you're new to this, you're going to break your fast about 1, 2 o'clock, making sure you have 2 scoops of whey protein about 30 minutes before you consume that food. That will really help to keep away that gorge mentality. Whenever you start to eat, you just want to keep eating. That'll really fill you up. Also about the protein, but again, we're going to get in the protein video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I want you to literally learn everything that you need to learn about fasting, the pros and the cons, because if you do it right, it's an amazing tool. If you do it wrong, it can be really detrimental to your overall health and metabolic system. Remember, your metabolism is what will determine how fast or slow you burn calories even when you're sleeping. And if you do this wrong, you're massively going to put yourself at risk of dropping that metabolism more. So again, we'll get on that in another video. People have done this before. We're straight on the wire. The beginners, you'll not know what wire is, but you'll learn shortly. For you people wired out, that's that 4-hour eating window, but exact same protocol. Now again, when we're eating, because we don't have to count calories when we're fasting, you basically just eat ad lib. But what I would say is, you've gone all day with no food. right? The best thing to do here, my approach to this and anything in life when it comes to nutrition, is if I can't kill it or pick it, I don't eat it. Avoid as many processed foods as possible and eat good, healthy, natural food. You know, loads of vegetables, loads of fruit, so drink your water. You know, have good meals. Don't be an animal and thinking, oh, well, I'm going to just eat copious amount of chocolate. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with chocolate. The fact, all my clients in the Change program, we have a cookie jar, so we have the sweet stuff that we want every day because that's just the way it is. But try and get the best out of this because it's very good for your health, it's very good for cleansing. But if you're going to dump on then shitty food, then, you know, and I don't mean that you be overly concerned, but a nice decent diet. Yes, you can have some bread, you know, it's not about being a monk, but just be sensible with what you're eating. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with good, healthy, natural food, but just be mindful that your stomach has been empty all day, and when you put something in, I mean, there's been no truer saying that you are what you eat, so just be careful. Apart from that, enjoy it. Please use the group. If you need any help, just post up the questions or text me straight away. Have a good day.